If you're just joining us, you're watching the 10U Cal Ripken World Series on CTV Beam 7 and YouTube Live. As Lupinski will take that one low for ball one here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. That one lined to the right side and just foul. So Gustafsson, today's ringer for the Midwest Plains team. It's Leo Lupinski. Digs in for the 0-2. And that one just high and up. As the count now goes to 1-2 here with 2 outs. North Carolina currently with 2 hits on the board.
It's all right.
Oh, on its way, and that'll sail outside for ball one. Of course, the other game today happening on field one, Jared Dillard on the call for that between Southwest and... So again, line down the third base line, snared by Klinsky, and the throw over to first in time. So that will end,
Good play, good play.
I believe, the first inning here. And that's 3 innings. It kind of looks like some confusion here. The umpires are going to talk over what's going on. Not really sure what happened. And it looks like the out will remain there, so that will end the inning. Peterson was already headed to the batter's box, expecting a hit there with what would have been runners on first and second, but that will end the first inning. An eventful one, nevertheless, as North Carolina currently up on the Midwest Plains by a score of 3-0. Northwest got their run scoring on 2 hits and 1 error by the Midwest team. So just to kind of give you a little rundown of what's happened so far in pool play, 16 teams in this Cal Ripken 10U World Series. In Group A, North Carolina rounded that one out by a final record of 2-1, Pacific Southwest 2-1, and Ohio Valley 2-1. Middle Atlantic, the odd ones out as they lost all 3 games of their pool play, and that rounded out Group A. Group B, it went Connecticut, California, Southwest, and Pacific Northwest. Group C, Alabama, perfect so far in this tournament, then became Idaho, Southeast, and New England rounding out that group. And Group D, the final group of these 16 teams, was Phoenix City, who went a perfect 3-0, then New Jersey, Indiana, and Midwest Plains, who are currently playing here today and will be up to bat. So Lashovsky, Klinsky, and Mapes will be your 1, 2, 3 hitters here at the top of the second inning. Umpires for today is Don Myers and Shane Burks. Burks in the field and Myers behind the dish. And now out for his second inning of work will be Caleb Brennan. In the first inning, he had 11 pitches, throwing all strikes but 1. So that gives you a strike percentage of .909. That's pretty good with 1 strikeout to show for it. Joshua Gustafsson with 1 inning, throwing 20 pitches, allowing 2 hits and 3 runs, none of them earned off of that error,
now at bat
and
number
walking
16,
1.
Braden Peterson.
So Braden Peterson now up to bat for Midwest as he'll fly that one to shortstop. That'll be Tyser to call him off and get that one for the first out of the inning. We're here at the Idle Hours Sports Complex on day 4 of the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series, first day of bracket play on a beautiful sunny day. So Klinsky now awaits the 0-0. That will be a dribbler to the right side and well foul.
Oh, no, sorry. I could have easily done that.
Wren, the 0-1 delivery.
Up
That'll be a curveball tried outside and low for ball 1. 1-1 with 1 out here in the second. North Carolina scored all 3 runs in the first inning as Midwest Plains are trying to bounce back here to have a strong second. Line to the left field line and just foul. Klinsky kept that one fair. He'd have had a double out of that one. Midwest currently sporting a 2-game losing streak against Phoenix City 2 days ago and Indiana yesterday. So seeing if they can bounce back here today in bracket play. A big high strike and swing and a miss there for Klinsky as Wren gets his second strikeout of the day.
Number 2, Hudson Mapes.
Go, Huddy!
Hudson Mapes now digging in the box here for Midwest. Caleb Wren looking in for his sign. He got what he wants. Pitch in, that one just outside. The 1-0 from Wren. That one catches the corner there for strike 1. 2 outs in the inning for Caleb Wren, already with 2 strikeouts here. Hockney calling it high, doesn't get it, ground ball to the right side. Up with it is Lupinski, over to Carousel, and he'll record the final out as we will be headed into the bottom half of this second inning. We will keep it right here. You're listening to the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series on CTV Beam 7 and YouTube Live.
Caleb Wren with 19 pitches.
So currently, the scorebook for Midwest, no runs, no hits, and 1 error. And North Carolina, 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 error. So not the cleanest first 2 innings of a ball game, but North Carolina taking command of the mishaps by Midwest early on in this game. To give you a look at what's going on, I'm back on field 1. Jared calling the Southwest versus Idaho game. As that one's currently in the bottom of the first inning. There's no score there. Here's some action going on, so we'll be keeping you posted on what's going over on field 1 between Southwest and Idaho later on today. Talk to him right there. Joshua Gustafson outs there for his second inning of work in the first inning, throwing 20 pitches, allowing 3 runs on 2 hits. So still see if he can have a clean second right here. Currently with the catcher, Mockney up at the dish. As he'll take that one there for strike 1. A good start there for Gustafson. Gustafson sent from the stretch. Quick pitching Mockney as he'll foul that one out to the right side. So Mockney now down in a hole 0-2. Gustafson in command. Fastball high and tight. Mockney just barely getting a piece of it to stay alive. How are we sounding over there? We good? We do commercial breaks, right? Do we do commercials? And a big swing and a miss there. Mockney goes down. So Gustafson with his first strikeout of the day.
Up to bat number 25, Holt.
What'd you say?
Gaston.
Okay. Now we'll sail down low for ball 1. A big thing with pitchers here in this tournament, can you get ahead? Can you get that 0-1 call? So Gustafson there with a strike on the outer half of the plate. What are you doing?
They don't pick up. Here we go, man. This is you.
Here in the bottom of the second with one out, Gustafson struck out Mockney at the beginning of the inning, and now a curveball tried and called for a strike. It's quickly 1-2. Tolson had a tough time getting the handle on that one, but still, nevertheless, a strike called.
Well, I don't know what problem I have over here. I was just,
So the 1-2 pitch high and taken by Gaston.
we don't have the grass. You can just knock it off and the
Now the 2-2 count. That ball sails just low. Gaston having to work the count, coming back from 0-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. So the full count pitch, ground to the right side. Zanker again up with it, and the peg over to first in time. As that'll be the second out of this second inning. Here for Midwest, a much cleaner inning, to say the least, for the Midwest Plains. Allowing 3 in the first. So a good bounce back here from Gustafson. As Talley digs in, a lefty fly ball to deep left field, camping under it. His mate says he'll make the catch for the final out of the inning. Efficiency is what I like to call that for Joshua Gustafson. Excuse me if I'm mispronouncing that name. We got names from all over the country here, so it's an interesting day here and kind of neat experience for me as well. As that was a clean 9-pitch inning there, so he'll be looking to do that again coming up in the third and coming up for
Now at bat, number 1, Brody Tollefson.
for the Midwest Plains is Brody Tollefson. Curveball try on the outside corner, and he'll get the call. Caleb Wren. An interesting call there for the first pitch of this third inning. Curveball catching the outside corner. The 0-1 tried it again, and he'll get the call. Caleb Wren really nibbling the corners here, in command of all his pitches. Tollefson awaits the 0-2. Big swing and a miss, a sweeping curveball on the inner side. As Wren
Number 14, Max Zinker.
sets down his man on 3 quick pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, says Caleb Wren. 1 out here in the third inning. Wren tries it outside, couldn't quite get it. That one bounced to the left side, fielded by Gaston. Gaston, the running throw to first, and not in time as Zanker legs out a single.
Now up to bat, number 3, Trace Matson.
So Trace Matson now getting his first plate appearance of the day. Showing bunt, gets it down along the first base line. Will it stay fair? No, as that one trickles just foul. What was a great attempt there from Trace Matson. Not only was he trying to move the runner over there, he was trying to leg out a single. So Matson now with down 0-1. Curveball, try the outside, back pick to first, and not in time as Zinker will get back sliding head first.
There you go.
It's a warm day out here in Phoenix City, Alabama. Curveball bounced to the left side, gassing up with it. Throw to second, on to first for the double play. Not in time. So they'll get one out of that. Getting the lead runner is Zenker. Caught at second, and a fielder's choice for Matson.
Now batting number 7, Matthew Dick.
So Matthew Dick, the lefty. So Dick now waits with 2 outs. Curveball trying to back pick once again, and almost got him. Matson, the call has changed as he's picked off first base. An interesting decision there. Quickly changed by the field umpire, Shane Burks. So that will end
Caleb Wren with 28.
Midwest Plains half of the inning. So currently Midwest, 1 hit, no runs to show for it, and 1 error. North Carolina, 3 runs in the first inning on 2 hits, and 1 error. As we'll be heading into the bottom of the 3rd inning on this YouTube live stream on CTV Beam 7. You're listening to the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series. Today's much different from yesterday. Yesterday we got caught in 2 rain delays, monsooning earlier this week. But today, not so much. A nice 88 sunny day with a couple clouds in the sky, and a great way to start bracket play. For those listening to this game, also another game happening over on Field 1 between the Southwest team and the home Idaho. Currently that game, in the bottom of the 2nd inning, still no score over there, as Jared Dillard has the call for that one. And also, we've just been given word from the crowd, Michelle Stanger likes pineapples. Not sure where that one comes from. But hey, we like requests here. Keep them coming.
Now up to bat number 5, Casey Morris. Murray.
So Casey Murray now digging in. Gustafson's 3rd inning of work is now underway as that one's fouled off to the left side, and out of play. Murray not wanting to fall back go-tos. He'll see if he can get something in play or work the count now. Gustafson has a sign from the stretch. Delivery. Ball outside. The winner of this game will move on to Field 1 at 5:30 tomorrow and stay in the winner's bracket. As that one sails just low, the count now running to 2-1. A hot day for all those fans out there. Make sure you get in your water. This Alabama heat is brutal. That'll be a strike called in the outside corner. Gustafson really working around the plate now. It's 2-2. He'll see if he can set down Murray here. On the way, liner to the left side and through the 6th hole. Matson couldn't quite snare that one as that one gets by for a base hit by Murray. So good job by him on a nice 5-pitch at bat.
Owen Carousel.
After a perfect inning last inning by Gustafson, looks promising this one, but lets the leadoff man reach. Owen Carousel now stepping to the plate. The big righty watches that one outside and low. The back pick to first, not in time. Midwest trying North Carolina's strategy. That's the 3rd back pick this game by either side combined. Owen Carousel awaits the 1-0. Big swing and a foul back.
Here we go, man.
Count now even at 1-1. Gustafson gets his sign, bunt attempt, and fouled back for strike 2. A little stoppage in play. So it looks like something happened to Murray there. He looks to be all right.
Let's go.
Over there on first base, but at the plate is Carousel. Delivery on its way as he'll take that one outside for strike 3. All right, that's a strikeout there for Gustafson and the first out of this inning.
Now batting number 15, Caleb Wren.
A big swing and a miss there from Caleb Wren. The 0-1, bunt showing, did not go around for ball 1. So Wren now working the count, back to 1-1. So Caleb Wren showing bunt again, he'll lay that one down the third base line. Will it stay fair? No, as Klinsky picks it up just foul. So a good try there. He would have had an easy single out of that one. So Gustafson trying to set down Wren here with a 1-2 count. Sets up inside, fastball in the other half of the plate. Ground out to second. Zenker over to second, not in time. And he's kicking himself over that one. The easy play was at first.
Now batting number 27, Jackson
So
Tyson.
that'll be another error for the Midwest Plains team. A good pitch there from Gustafson. So now there'll be runners on first and second here with 1 out. Ground ball to the left side. Tried backhand from Matson. Rounding third but stopping is Murray. So the bases will be juiced. With Brody Morris, the 5-hole hitter, coming up for North Carolina. What? Someone else took it over there early on. As head coach for Midwest Plains team, out to check up on his pitcher. A long talk out there for his infield to make sure they keep their heads in this game. They're only down by 3 early in this game. It's the 3rd inning here. And still a lot of game left to be played.
Now batting number 19, Brody Morris.
So Brody Morris with the bases loaded here can really put a dent on the scoreboard if he can get a hold of one here as he'll foul the first one back. So Gustafson doing a great job of filling up the strike zone today. Unfortunately, he's back by 2 errors. That one sails just low for 1-1. Now in breaking ball down low, Morris barely getting a piece of that one. So 1-2 count here. A big at bat for Morris, and even a bigger pitch for Gustafson. So Joshua from the stretch once again. Fastball, that one off the face mask of Tollefson. Couldn't quite hang on to that one as that one was just foul tipped there. So the count will remain 1-2 here with 1 out. We're in the bottom of the third inning. North Carolina currently up 3-0 on 3 hits and 1 error. All those 3 runs coming in the first inning of play. Here and they are threatening again against Midwest Plains. So infield in here. The play will be at home. Is that a ball that just sails high there. So the count now runs even to 2-2. The delivery. High fly ball, deep left center field. Will the park contain it? Yes, it will, and a great play there by Peterson. And tagging from third is Murray, and North Carolina will get another run, but my goodness, Peterson with the diving play to save 2, maybe 3 runs.
Foul batting number 99, Leo Rapinski.
Off the bat, I thought that was double written all over it. But instead, a great play turned in by Peterson, recording the second out of this inning as Gustafson now about to get out of this bases loaded jam. Of course, now runners, Tyser on first, Wren on second, and at the dish is Lupinski. Now in a fly ball to the right fielder. Camping under that is Zink, and could not come up with the catch. So yet another run will score for North Carolina as Wren from second rounds third and headed for home. As that's North Carolina's 5th run this inning, and yet another mishap for the Midwest Plains team. It's unfortunate. Joshua Gustafson pitching a good game, really filling up the strike zone well. But that'll be the 3rd error of the day for the Midwest Plains team, and it's only the 3rd inning. North Carolina continuing to capitalize on their mistakes. Liner to the left, to the right side. That one off the chest of Zenker, as 1 run will score. The throw into third in time, and Lupinski looks like got around the tag. So a base hit for Stenger. And the runners will be at the corner. So actually Lupinski, moved to third. And of course Stenger, with that screaming line drive to second on the 1-hop. Zenger kind of caught it off the chest a little bit, so the head coach and umpiring crew are over there to check up on their infielder. Of course, let me go over how each of the teams got there. North Carolina sporting a record of 2-1. They won their first game 6-3 against Middle Atlantic, winning the second 12-3 against Pacific Southwest, and then losing their 3rd one in a rain delay against Ohio Valley by a final score of 3-2. Midwest Plains, they sport a record of 1-2, winning their first, but then losing the next 2 to New Jersey, Phoenix City, and then Indiana. And now coming into bracket play here against North Carolina, down 6-0. So Mockney looking to put even more runs up on the board here with a runner on third. Gustafson having to throw a lot of pitches here in the 3rd inning. Already at 54, and he's through 2 2/3. That's a big cut there by Mockney on the outside half. Joshua from the stretch, inside, and gets Mockney in the ribs. So he's down in a hurry. Not intentional by any means by Gustafson. He just tried to work the inside part of the plate there and caught Mockney in the ribs. So all 3 coaches going to check over on Mockney, their catcher. They want to keep him in this game, and I'm sure he wants to still keep playing. That one couldn't have felt good, but he is up and on his way to first base. The crowd applauding that. Good for him. Hey, it builds character in this game.
Batting number 25, Holt Gaston.
So now the base is loaded for Holt Gaston. Gaston awaits. And that one gets by Tolfson. And another run will score for North Carolina as they'll lead it now 7-0 here in this third inning. Does it look like a pass ball getting past the catcher, Tollefson. As Gaston now down 0-1. Here with runners on second and third. I credit him with already 1 RBI as that one. He'll watch low for ball 1. Gaston now waits the 1-1. Big swing and a miss on a high fastball there from Gustafson.
Let's go, 2-5. You got it. Come on. You got it. Put it in play. Here we go.
No one better than to be up to the plate for North Carolina. And Gaston, he'll watch that one. Just sail a little bit outside. 2-2-2. Runners on second and third in Mockney and Stenger, and fouled back.
Good cut, 2-5.
Gaston, a hefty cut on that last one. I guarantee you, it was probably swinging for the fences. North Carolina currently leading at 7-0. On a good stop there by Tollefson to prevent another run from coming in to score. So Midwest, of course, the 4 seed in Group D, up against the powerhouse of North Carolina in Group A, seeing if they can get out of this inning and put some runs up on the board by a big swing and a miss there from Gaston, and that will end the frame. So 4 runs on 2 hits and 2 errors from the Midwest Plains team as North Carolina currently leads at 7-0. We're going to keep it here and give you some updates about other games going on throughout the day. The first 2, of course, starting just under an hour ago. Of course, the game here, Midwest Plains in North Carolina, but the other one, my friend Jared Diller calling Southwest in Idaho. As I've been hearing a lot of noise over there, but it is still 0-0 in the top of the third inning. So we will see throughout the day how that game continues. And it should be a fun one here on CTV Beam 7 and YouTube Live. You're listening to the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series. Not being able to take a break sucks. I'm going to see if I can trade with Jared.
I got 2. 16 for 19. 6 for 19. 34 for 99. And then I got position change. You don't want that.
So with a few substitutions here for this North Carolina team. Currently in the field from left to right in the outfield is Murray, Morris, and Stenger. In the infield, starting with third base is Gaston, Tyser, Bradbury, and Carousel. Catching is Mockney, who previously got hit in the ribs last inning, so we will see how he hangs up here with Dick stepping in the box. A line drive to the center of the field, and that one gets down for a base hit there. So Dick there taking advantage of that first pitch fastball over the heart of the plate. The second hit allowed by North Carolina as they still lead at 7-0. So Benson now seeing if he can continue the run here. The throwback from Mockney. It looked like he faked to first there, but then promptly threw it back to the pitcher. Caleb Wren out for his 4th inning of work. Currently sitting at 28 pitches. So efficiency at its best right there. Curveball sweeping and gets his man as the back pick to first by Mockney, not in time. His 3rd back pick this game and successful once. He's from the windup, looking in for a sign. He got what he wants. Tried the outside corner, could not get a swing from Leshovsky, excuse me on that one. Miss Wed. So Mockney now again, getting it that time. The count quickly going to 1-1. Fastball in the outside corner again, called strike. So great location from Caleb Wren as he works the count to 1-2 here with 2 outs in the 4th inning. Caleb Wren, one of the most efficient pitchers I've seen thus far in the tournament. Sends a fly ball to the right side in no man's land, and a good play there by Carousel, backpedaling and turning to his right to snare that one for the 3rd out of the 4th inning. 1 hit, no runs, no errors for the Midwest Plains team in their top of the 4th inning. Coming up now for North Carolina. In the 1st inning, they scored 3-0 in the 2nd and 4 in the 3rd, so they're going to see if they can tack on some more here. A big shutdown inning for North Carolina. Caleb Wren threw 4, 36 pitches, 75% of them strikes, allowing only 2 hits and no runs, striking out 4, walking none. I'd say that's a pretty good stat line if I'm Caleb Wren. Of course, up next here on Field 2 will be New England and Connecticut in the 4th game of the day. Let's take a look at how Jared's doing over on Field 1 in the game between Southwest and Idaho. That one started just about exactly an hour ago, as the one did here. It looks like Southwest has now taken a 1-0 lead on Idaho, and it's still the bottom of the 3rd inning. As we head back out to our game now, it looks like a new pitcher for the Midwest team. I'll get a name on that as soon as I find it. So it looks like Leshovsky will be moving to left field, Peterson in center, Benson in right. In your infield, starting at 3rd base is Henrik. At short, Madsen 2nd will be Polbreck. And at first, Dick. So the 2 hits by the Midwest team, first one by Matthew Dick, and then coming in the 3rd inning by Max Zenger. Zenger, of course, perfect today in his first at-bat. So, of course, the winner of this game will be playing either Southwest or Idaho on Field 1 tomorrow at 5:30. Jared Dillard currently over on that field right now.
Batting number 7, Luke Talley.
So Luke Talley now digging in on the left side. The mid-sized lefty. As that one sails outside and low. As now pitching for the Midwest Plains team, Hudson Mapes. That closes the book on Joshua Gustafson. Through 3 innings, 64 pitches, 3 hits, and 7 runs. None of them earned, striking out 3 and walking 1. So that really tells you.
To bat, number 15, Caleb Wren.
The lefty usually accustomed to throwing a lot more strikes than balls, but not the case in this situation. So Caleb Wren, the pitcher now for North Carolina, up to the plate. And watches another one sail by. The 1-0, showing bunt, waggling it back just to see if he can get Mapes to bring it anywhere close to over the plate. And that does not seem to be the case. 6 straight balls thrown by Hudson Mapes. And there's a strike on the inside half the plate. Caleb Wren showing bunt, not really going to lay anything down. That's just to kind of get in the pitcher's head to see if he can actually throw him a strike or not. So let's see what happens now. There's a ball high for a 3-1 count. Nevertheless, there are 2 outs here, so expect a ground ball or maybe something that the infield can handle as Hudson Mapes is just trying to get out of this one. 3-1 sails high once again for ball 4, so back-to-back walks from Hudson Mapes. And now North Carolina is threatening yet again in the bottom of the 4th.
Batting number 27, Jackson Tyson.
Jackson Tyser up now for North Carolina. Ground ball to the left side, shortstop's going to have it. And the easy throw over to second will end the bottom half of the 4th inning. North Carolina unable to move the runners home as Hudson Mapes, after walking 2, gets the final out of the 4th inning. So that'll do it for us. We're headed into the 5th after these not so short messages because there are none, but I'm just going to take a little break here on this YouTube live stream. You're watching the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series on CTV Beam 7 YouTube Live.
Hudson Mapes with 21 pitches.
So we're back here at the Idle Hours Sports Complex. This first game of bracket play between North Carolina and the Midwest Plains. North Carolina, of course, currently up 7-0 off of runs scored solely in the 1st and 3rd innings. Off of only 3 hits, 4 errors for the Midwest Plains team as there's a new pitcher in for North Carolina and a lot of defensive changes for them as well. I remember the coach saying that he really wanted to get a lot of players in working around the infield and outfield just to see what their options are later on in bracket play. So Gaston, the new pitcher now, as that one's nubbed to the right side and foul. So Peterson looked to hit that one just off right on the end of the bat and barely getting a piece of it. Gaston from the windup gets the sign he wants. The 0-1 delivery. High into the backstop. It's a warm day out here in Phoenix City, 88 degrees. Slightly cloudy and the sun is peeking out most of this morning. As it's a ball low. The count now 2-1. Umpire Don Myers doing a good job behind home plate for today's game. Gaston now from the windup instead. Now the stretch. A fly ball to left field. Up with it is Murray, and he drops the ball. So the second error of the day for North Carolina. It looked like a top-spinning fly ball to left field as Murray couldn't find a grip on that one. So Peterson reaching on an error. He's on first base, Gaston. And the back pick to first, not in time. Peterson a threat to steal if you're not careful. Mockney behind the dish, looking to mitigate that. Gaston with the 1-0. That one down low. So Henrik now, awaiting the 2-0 from Gaston. Fastball down the middle, swung on and missed for strike one. Big swing and a miss once again there. Gaston bringing the heat. He's not messing around with any off-speed stuff now. We'll see what Gaston does here on this 2-2. And just on the outside part of the plate, that's ball 3. Gaston wanted that one. I think if Mockney could have held on to it, that would have been called strike 3. So here we go, runner on first base, the 3-2. Down low and in the dirt. Mockney stopping the ball in front of him to make sure Peterson could not advance to third afterward.
Now batting number 2, Hudson Mapes.
So Gaston allowing his first walk of the game. And runners now on first and second, Midwest. Now threatening here in the 5th. And to the backstop, all runners will advance on a wild pitch from Gaston. And Hudson Mapes now up to bat, the lefty, pitcher-wise, righty batter, so kind of an interesting Hudson Mapes, of course, pitched the bottom half of the 4th inning, throwing 21 pitches and allowing 2 walks, but we'll see if he can come through big for his team here. Runners on second and third. A big situation here. A base hit scores 1, maybe 2. Holt Gaston looking to do otherwise. A strikeout would be nice here for him. The 1-0. That one catches the corner. The 1-1. Big swing and a miss on the outside half. So Mapes now in a hole, 1-2. All he's trying to do is get the ball in play here. Does not want to strike out. Anything to the right side will score a run. The corners are in, as well as Tyser, the shortstop, but Bradbury at second is standing back. Off-speed pitch, fouled off to the right side, so Mapes staying alive. Mapes awaits the 1-2 from Gaston. Delivery. Ground ball to the right side. That's going to score 1. And Carousel over to field it at first and step on the bag there. So a productive out from Mapes, as he'll get one of those runs back. Now, Midwest Plains only down by 6.
Now batting number 1, Brody Tollefson.
Of course, at this point, if you can exchange outs for runs here, that's North Carolina's best bet. Of course, they have 6 runs to work with here, so Gaston not at all opposed by that 1-run RBI. So Tollefson in, a big swing and a miss on a fastball high and up.
Good pitch, 2-5, good pitch. Here we go.
Gaston looks in for the sign. He has what he wants. Wiggles the ball around in his glove. Delivery on the way. Fastball. Got Tollefson swinging for strike 2. So Brody Tollefson struck out in his last at-bat. Not looking to do that here. Now already down 0-2. Gaston delivers that one just a bit low.
Good spot, that's a good spot. Here we go now.
Mockney gives him the sign, the delivery on its way, and that one just a tad bit high. The count now 2-2 here with 1 out in the 5th. Tollefson here stepping into the box once again, awaiting the 2-2. Midwest Plains team has only 5 outs to work with. A fly ball to right center field. Will it get down? And a great play there by the second baseman in Bradbury. So Ryan Bradbury recording the ever so important second out of this 5th inning.
Number 4, Kyler.
And what makes that so big, not only does a run not score, but that's just you're now 1 out closer from closing out this game. If you're North Carolina, currently sporting a 7-1 lead. So Paulbrook now, a big swing and a miss there, high and inside. As the count now goes to 0-1 with 2 outs. Midwest Plains in need of hits. As one here will bring the deficit down to 5 runs. That one off the face mask of Mockney. He'll blink a couple of times, but it looks like he'll be all right. Umpire just going to go check out on the pitcher just to make sure Mockney's okay, give him time to breathe and get some air. I'll tell you, getting ones off the face mask, you can never get used to it. It's always tough. Because, I mean, it's not a thing you practice. Not really that enjoyable, I would think, if you're a catcher. Mockney, of course, already been hit by pitch and having the catching duties today. He's in for a long tournament. So the delivery from Gaston once again, that one tried the outside corner and could not get the call. So 1-2 now. Paulbrook fighting. Fastball hitting him on the shin as he will run down to first base. A little hobble, but it looks like he will be okay.
It's okay, okay.
He's starting to slowly go more down now, but it's just kind of, that was one of those pitches that just kind of deadens your leg. He won't be feeling that one for maybe about 5 minutes, but he will be all right. A non-lethal one. Coach is checking up on Kylan, and instead actually it looks like they will be possibly subbing him. Gaston out there showing good sportsmanship. None of these are intentional. It's just part of the game. Hit by pitch, but he will not be out for the day. I guarantee you that.
Now batting number 3, Trace Matson.
And of course, pinch running at first base now will be Zenker. And a meeting at the mound. Calling his infield in. No coaches involved in this one, just trying to get the rhythm back in the favor of North Carolina as they just have 1 out to get here to send this thing into the 6th. Into the bottom of the 5th, excuse me, but only 4 outs to get in this game if you're North Carolina. And of course that means Midwest Plains is going to have to take advantage very soon as they're down by 6. Fastball down the middle of that one, fouled off and out of play. Remember the last time I was checking, Southwest had a 1-0 lead in the 3rd inning. And they will maintain that lead, 1-0 still, going into the top of the 5th inning for them. So the first 2 games, off to an exciting start here in bracket play. 24 total pool play games, and now boiling all down. Today's 4, 5, 6, and 7 being the championship game. Of course, the winner from this one will play either second.
Come on, Stinger. Crush one here. Come on, let's get ready in here. Let you see it right here. Let's go now.
With Jackson Stenger 0 for 2 today, looking for his first base hit of the game. That one down in the dirt. Runners will advance.
There, Jack.
So mark that Bradbury on second and Zeza on third. They'll move up on that pass ball. Head coach for North Carolina wants to go visit his hitter. Tell him, you know, just
Holt Gadsden.
Holt Gadsden now looking if he can continue and keep this inning alive for North Carolina. They've done a good job to keeping these North Carolina hitters out of scoring position, but in this inning they're threatening. The 1-0 from Mapes on its way. That'll be a ball just outside. So quickly 2-0 here with 2 outs. Mapes in a similar jam last inning. See if he can get out of it this time. Ball low. Gaston, will he have the green light here? Probably not, but we will see. Showing bunt. And he'll take that first strike down the middle. Interesting strategy there by Gaston. You see a lot of younger players do it. If you can just try to get in the pitcher's head any way possible and have him throw a ball, hey, you got a free base out of it. Gaston, the current pitcher for North Carolina, in the batter's box. A swing and a drive to deep right field. Will it go? They'll one-hop the fence as 2 runs will score. Gaston trotting into second base, standing up, and he'll have a 2-out double on a 3-1 count, scoring 2. North Carolina now up 9-1 in this 5th inning.
Now batting number 7, Luke Talley.
And you have to think how late in the game it is. One will run rule come into effect. So Luke Talley, 0 for 2 again today. From the left side of the batter's box. Takes that one for ball 1. And taking third there is Gaston, and no throw from Mapes. So taking advantage of the Midwest Plains team here in the 5th inning. A 1-0. That one a strike called in the corner. Runner on third base for Mapes. Hudson from the stretch, the 1-1. Line to the shortstop, on the hop. Is Matson over to first base, and that'll be in time to end the 5th inning. As North Carolina puts 2 more up on the board on 3 hits. We're heading into the top of the 6th inning. You're watching the Cal Ripken 10U World Series on CTV Beam 7 and YouTube Live.
Hudson Mapes with 41 pitches.
No. No.
Yeah, both of these are live. Same team.
Yeah, no, what happened yesterday, there was a game that went there.
And like, basically, no, we would play. So yeah, I mean, 13 innings is like, yeah. job on man. There you go.
Back live at the Idle Hour Sports Complex as North Carolina looking to seal the deal in the first game of bracket plays. They're currently up 9-1 on the Midwest Plains team. A lot of baseball to be played, all being broadcasted on CTV Beam 7 live stream on YouTube. Of course, this game, the Midwest Plains versus North Carolina, that one, the winner will advance to tomorrow to play the 5:30 p.m. game at Field 1. Of course, the other game going on right now is Southwest versus Idaho. That one in the 6th inning as well, and still 1-0 as Southwest leading that one. The other games to be played today between Ohio Valley, New Jersey, New England, Connecticut, both those games at 3 o'clock, and then the 5:30 games are between Indiana and the Pacific Southwest team, the Pacific Northwest team, and Alabama, and then at 8 o'clock will be Southeast versus California and Mid-Atlantic versus Phoenix City. With Matthew Dick, the leadoff hitter, in the box there as he fouls the first one back. Into the game to pitch for North Carolina to try and close things out is Anthony Zeza. Interesting strategy here, using as many pitchers as possible, maybe to save their arms for later on in bracket play. Of course, it's a one game a day kind of fitness format here in this Cal Ripken 10-and-under World Series. So Zeza now quickly ahead, 0-2. Matthew Dick trying to be a leadoff hitter here, and if he can reach, maybe we'll light a spark here in the 6th. But Zeza trying to close things out. Ground ball to the right side, and that one just fouled. And the sun's starting to peek back out here in Alabama. It's a nice hot day. The shade was nice, but now I have to take out my umbrella once again. So the count will remain 0-2. Zeza to try and close this thing out. Fly ball to left field, and right at Murray, who makes the catch there. So a hard hit ball there for the leadoff hitter, Matthew Dick. He'll finish the day 1 for 3 with 1 hit in the first inning.
Now batting number 8, Bennett Benson.
So 2 outs away is North Carolina from their first win in bracket play. Of course, for the Midwest Plains team, given that the score stands and they lose, they'll be headed to the losers bracket in this double elimination format. Zeza looks in for the sign. He's got what he wants. Fastball swung on and missed by Benson. And a lot of action, as you can hear behind me at the other game. I'll get you a score update right after this one to see what happened over there. Says at the 0-1, quickly now 0-2. 2 swinging strikes for Benson. We'll see if he can put him away here for the second out of the spot of this top half of the 6th inning. Of course, if North Carolina can seal the deal now, they will not have to bat in their bottom half of the inning. Gadsden calling for a high fastball and not taking that is Benson, so the count now runs to 1-2. A good try there by Zeza. A lot of things we haven't seen here in this tournament, interestingly enough, is how a lot of these 0-2 pitchers in 0-2 counts, they like to throw it near the plate when really that's not the ideal thing you want to do, because hitters are looking to put the ball in play either way. A 1-2, fouled off to the right side, and on to field 1 it goes. So Benson hanging in there tough, here with 1 out in the top of the 6th. And I believe Idaho just took the lead now 3-1 in the 6th inning, so that's what's going on over there. And it looks like Benson will strike out there. That one totally missed by Gadsden. Not sure if that was foul tipped regardless. But that will be the second out of the inning. And Gustafson will represent possibly the final hitter of this game. Zeza looking to close things out here for North Carolina. Zeza from the stretch. We're here with 2 outs. Now in a fastball grooved on the inner half of the plate. The 0-1. Curveball fouled off once again. A good pitch there by Zeza. Here it's quickly 0-2. The crowd starting to get in a little bit into it. Anthony Zeza now 1 strike away from closing this thing out. Gaston wanting the high fastball. He'll get it, but that's just a little too high as Yusufan will take that one. Wouldn't surprise me if Zeza comes back with a fastball right here. We'll see what happens on this 1-2 count. Instead of curveball, and gets him swinging to end the game. North Carolina wins it 9-1 on 6 hits and only 2 errors. As for the Midwest Plains team, they will be headed to the losers bracket to take on whoever will be the loser of Game 4 today. They had 2 hits on 4 errors, so it's a little bit unfortunate there, and a bunch of mishaps in the field. Midwest will be back at it tomorrow. Of course, North Carolina moving on to play the winner of the Southwest versus Idaho game. Most likely, I believe, Idaho, as they're currently up 3-1. We'll get you the update on that in just a second. And tomorrow, North Carolina will be on Field 1 at 5:30 for those fans here at the ballpark. So Zeza did a great job there to finish out the game and put up zeros there in the top of the 6th inning. So I just want to give you a couple of updates on what's happened. Midwest Plains, currently their record will now move to 1-3. And as for North Carolina, they'll get their 3rd win of the tournament here in the first game of bracket play, as they'll be moving on, the first team to move on, in fact. And it looks like currently they'll be playing Idaho. If that score stands, they're in the top of the 6th versus Southwest. That'll do it for this broadcast here. I'm Aiden Kowalski, and I'll be signing off right back right in about an hour, where I'll be calling Ohio Valley versus New Jersey on Field 1. That game starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. So you're currently listening to the Cal Ripken 10 and Under World Series on CTV Beam 7 and YouTube Live. We'll be right back in about an hour.
What a great game, boys. If you will, it's time for our Ron Ellison Player of the Game Awards.
There you go. Called the whole
This
night.
award is in recognition
What?
of Babe Ruth League Incorporated State President and CEO Ron Ellison.
Wait, am I up
His
Field 1?
commitment to the nation's youth was unsurpassed. His primary objective was for every child to have an opportunity to play in this great game.
It would just feel
This
better.
time we'd like to
Oh,
give
that's ours.
Most Valuable Player
That
Awards
was like
to
the thing we hang over the camera.
for Midwest Plains, number 7, Matthew Day.
You want to just like move the table from over there to here?
Why do we got this table? We already have table.
Or you just got the table cloth? Hang on the ask, right?
And for West Raleigh,
All right, now we
North
got a little
Carolina,
time.
number 15, Caleb Wren.
Huh? Yeah, 9-1.
Let's give all these guys another round of applause. Great game, boys.